Good morning, afternoon, evening, friends and family, loved ones. This is your friend Kelly, and it's Budget Banger Day. We visited, well, I had Brian visit after we went over things that he had available. Visit our friend Jason and picked up a few knives from him from his shop. And if you haven't checked out his webpage, his store, I have links down below for it, and I do actually have an affiliate link for him. But if you use the link and use code Kelly, you'll also save 10% excuse me, on your order. Just to let you guys know that. But I had Brian pick me up a couple patches. That's the Half-Breed Halloween edition with the orange. And I got the Vosted Raccoon patch. Isn't that awesome? Okay, sorry. Anyway, I got myself a couple patches. And we got ourselves 4 knives. We got 2 Defcons, a Kizer, and an Ontario knife. I'm getting 2 and Brian's getting 2. Usually, we pretty much evenly get stuff that we like. Sometimes we like the same thing, so we get different colors. Sometimes we get the same color. Whatever. Okay, since the Kizer and the Ontario are different, the Ontario Knife Company is mine, and I don't know how many of you are aware they do have other knives besides the Rat, but I saw this, and I was like, I kind of like that. And this was an inexpensive knife. Jason had it for like $30-some. But I really like the pattern and colors on that, because it's kind of a bluish, purplish, greenish, brownish. Kind of more greenish, I guess. And it's a good sized knife. Decent jimping. And my ongoing thing is more jimping. More jimping, people. Knife companies. This is, you can't reverse flick it, because I don't think you can get your fingers in there. So it's basically a flipper only. But it's a sweet little knife. And I'm just tickled pink with this. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. But for, like I said, it was $30-some, I think is what he sold it for. And I'm not going to complain over that for a knife that I can use as a banger. But I really like that. Now, Brian, on the other hand, picked the Meteora, which we do have another Meteora. I'm sure one of us does. He may have another one. But it's one of those things. This is different, so it counts. This is that, darn, don't know what's wrong. What do they call this? It's Nitro V, black PVD blade, Rich Light Blue Canyon. Rich Light Blue Canyon. I don't know why I have issues with that. And Brian has looked at those for sale before, and he really wanted to check this out. So while he was over there, he looked at it, and he goes, "Yeah, I want this." And of course, sheep's foot, Nitro V. I can't complain over that. That really nice little knife. I keep saying little. Most of these knives aren't exactly little. Sometimes I have problems with that front flipper. I keep telling you guys that. And then if I say it, I can get it the first time. Come on. Am I pressing? Okay. I'm not getting it at the right angle. I did it earlier, so it's me. But this is that rich light. I like that. It's got little milling. I don't know if it's going to show up here on the camera or not. It has really fine milling going down through there at an angle. It's kind of going down like this. And I'm just not, I don't think it's really showing. Maybe a little bit. You might be able to see it right through there. Yeah, maybe a little bit. But that is a nice, another budget knife. And we consider, but everybody has a different price tag for budget. We consider budget $100 and under. That's where our budget range is. And now the Defcon. And I think this one's the one Brian picked up. Yeah. This is the Defcon Artifact, I think is what it's called. It doesn't really say on the box. It just has numbers and whatnot on there. If you can even see that. No. But I think it's the actual artifact is what these are called. And we have multiple different variations of it. And this is a carbon fiber resin combination where the other ones were straight up resin and plastic, or plastic, more of a plastic. But this is kind of a resin pour, carbon fiber deal. And these are really awesome. I know a lot of people don't like the crossbar locks. These aren't bad. They're not as mushy as some. They're not as snappy as say, what is my snappiest one I have? The Kershaw Bel Air. That's the carbon fiber version that I got in a trade. That one I think is the absolute best crossbar lock that I have. But these are nice little budget knives. You can get them relatively inexpensive. Now, of course, you know me. You know what my favorite color is. And they do have this in with the purple. See, you can see little things of purple in there. And that's a me. Very nice knife. Like I said, for budget bangers, you can't go wrong with these. Got the two Defcons. We got the Kizer Meteora and the OKC, the Ontario Knife Company's knife. And it's from NFL EDC. Like I said, I'll link him down below. He has patches. He has beads. He has fixed blades. He has... We've bought a lot from him over the years, and he's a really good guy. I know most of you are leery of buying from companies that you don't know who they are, and if you know me, I try to pretty much shoot straight. He's an awesome dude. He'll work with you. He'll help you out if at all possible, and he's a good person to buy from. He's a one-man show with the shop that he does, and he's just trying to get by and help people out and get good deals for everybody. So check him out. And like I said, I might use my link below with the code Kelly, and you can save you an additional 10%. So what does it hurt? I mean, he has some oddball stuff that you may not think is still available anywhere, and he still might have one. I'm just saying. Go check out his site. And don't go by, if you go and do it page by page, that first page has very low end knives. Keep going. Don't stop there. Keep going and look at the rest of the stuff that he has, because I think that's kind of funny the way that it populates his thing. I don't think he really has a choice in that matter. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Many hugs, many kisses, much love. Your friend Kelly. Bye-bye.